every year come end October, start November, also end racing season. Nyborg Surf Club is always holding their club championship, which is open for everybody. You can't become club champion because then you have to be member of the club, but you can come and race and measure against some good guys, and it's very low key. So we drive the long way to Nyborg, to Storebælt, and here's some insights on the racing over there, which are it's really just fun and easy going, and I enjoy it very much every year. So enjoy the footage. So we are here at some place on Fyn called Nyborg for a club championship. I'm not in this club, but you're allowed to participate. Take place in the event. My English is getting worse, I think. So we are here, braking 7.7, 8.4. Wind is a little bit there, and let's see how it goes. Yep, so here's the side. Not much wind at the moment. And you can stand there, I think. Yep. The racing format is super simple. We have 2 buoys in each end, and the inside 2 buoys is the starting line and the finish line. But you're allowed to jibe on either buoy as the wind can shift a little bit, and also we are allowed to jibe on the outside buoy, choosing which one we want to take. And here you can see a bit early on the start. And the guy in the green jacket is green life jacket is Fredrik Poser. He's lying next to me here. And there we crossed the start line, as you can see. And then it was neck and neck. The challenge is that Fredrik Poser is a really good surfer. He doesn't windsurf that much anymore, but he's 108 kilos. And I'm around here come end of racing season. I've lost some weight at the events. So I'm maybe 82, 83. So there's really a huge weight difference. And as you can see, Fredrik is slowly pulling away from me. I will say that 3 years ago, I won the event. I took only first places against Fredrik. And but here you can see I'm just lagging a little bit. He was on a 8.6, I was on a 8.4, and he was on a 46 fin. Yeah, and here the drone is filming the other guys, of course. And big shout out to there was a junior, and he just made it through all the races and just kept fighting. And he became the club champion in the light winds classes. So here you can see Fredrik took the low mark, I took the high mark, and that just cost me quite a lot, but I was afraid I couldn't get enough height. Here's the start from our camera at land. We were so lucky that we actually had footage from 2 drones, and and also wifey did an amazing job on land filming us. And here you can see the start, me on 7.7 and the medium board, and Fredrik was just able to hold down his 8.6 and just the speed difference isn't huge, but in all the small holes he could pull away. and yeah, I didn't have any chance to gain on him, and also the course was a bit off, so it was pretty downwind going in this direction, and when we switched the jibe, you really had to push upwind, so it was like you went over 30 knots going to the outside, and then when you were trying to get back in, you did 22 knots because you just had to push for height. So after 2 races, Frederick has gotten 2 first places. I had got 2 second places, so the writing was a bit on the wall that he was probably gonna take it, and I was probably gonna be number 2. But it is racing, so there's always a chance. I went in, and for the last 2 races, I switched to still 7.7, but then I used the big board with a 42.5 fin, and I'll show you some footage from those heats also. Yep. So start of race number 3, I was a bit delusionized because I was thinking I was only getting second places, and you can see here Frederick just rolling me, but I pinged the start perfect on my watch, and so it showed Frederick. Yeah, you can see just the board speed. He's an amazing surfer, but he was over early. So actually, and as we has only had 3 races after this one, I was actually kind of actually leading the event, and there will only be 4 races, so we'll get 1 discard. And so stay tuned for the last one. I'll just show you a little bit more of this race and also combine it with some of the footage from the shore, but you can really see the way Frederick just goes all in on his start. Still, he's just sure that he hits the line at maximum speed. And yeah, this time he was a bit early, but yeah, he's just a very good sailor, and you can see here with jibing almost, he's a bit in front of me, but his jibes weren't the best, but he has also only been on the water 4 times that year. So but then due to the lack of power, you can also see the wind lines, and I was lying in his bad air for some of the time. I just speed and ability to point upwind just wasn't there. So this one I won by default. So yep, so for the 4th and final race, as I told you, everything was actually on the line. I could win the event, but also I had to beat Frederick to be sure, because at 4 races we get 1 discard, so he could discard his last place for being over early, and then he would have 2 first. I had 1 first and 2 seconds, so if I get a better result in this one, I would windy event. So here we are getting to the start line, and of course nobody wants to jump the start, but still, yeah, you can see how tiny my sail is behind Frederick's, and also I will put in a picture from the prize giving here a little bit later, so you can see how huge he actually is, but you can just see his stance, and yeah, it's just putting the hammer down. But what you can see, because of the perspective, we don't have any drone footage of this race, but you can see also the other guy, Lasse, on the G8, also on the GA, also on 86. He was actually a little bit lighter than me. And then Ken on the Severn, who was the chairman of the Nyborg windsurf club, or foreman, I don't know what you say in English. But you can see here we are both going for the lower buoy, and I took a low line just to keep speed. So there's a bit of separation between me and Frederick, and now we're coming into the jibe mark. Just you can see Frederick jibing, but I have the inside line. So, but I have to go really, really deep. And then there was a big hole in the wind, and he was just, yeah, you can see we're both pumping to get going. And I'm just laying super low, but I'm trying to keep up speed. And then we were just, yeah, you can see me just almost crashing. And yeah, then the wind got super light, and I should have been on the 8.4, but that's easy to say afterwards. And yeah, so now he's slowly rolling me with the bigger fin and the bigger sail going upwind. And yeah, suddenly I had to make sure that, as you will see in a little bit, because the other guys took the upwind mark on the outside, so they have a more easy line coming back in. So actually, and you can see I'm just pushing water in front of me, fighting to go upwind, sometimes even in the really big holes, just having to hold on to the uphaul just to get any performance out of the sail. And yeah, you can see Frederick jibing and me just pushing upwind. And I actually have even though we're close, I have a long way to go still. And yeah, now we will see Lasse. And in the last race, we only did 2 laps because people were getting tired. And you can see he comes in with a better line, and yeah, he's closing in. I luckily had a little bit, when there was wind, I had a little bit better board speed. Yeah, but he made his jibe, and he's on the 8.6, and I'm only on 7.7. So I think I'm pushing all the way to the upwind mark this time, just to make sure. And the marks were super tiny, so they were difficult to see. There you can spot the junior just haven't made his jibe, and yeah, he was sailing really good. And you can see Frederick is going upwind. Yeah, the marks are easy to see here, but out on the water with waves, they were pretty difficult to see. So he makes his jibes, and here comes Surfer Casper making the elephant jibe. So just actually managed to stay upwind, had gained a little bit of space, and here comes the elephant jibe. Sloops! And now I was actually a little bit in the drink. So yeah, but I managed to, and Lasse told me afterwards that he was thinking that this time he would get me. So now you can see, and he's doing all the right moves. He made his jibe. That's a very good move. Don't make the elephant jibe. It takes too long. And now in a little bit you will see he tries to go under me, also trying to gain maximum speed. So because I thought I had to push upwind, so now you can see he's pushing to go under me, and which is the right tactic if you know the line. But also here he didn't have that speed advantage to undertake me or overtake me or in the bad air. So the gas from my sail would disturb his flow, and then yeah, now I was keeping an eye on him, and now he's kind of backing off a little bit, so I knew it was pretty safe. So 3 seconds places, and he pushed a little bit still, but as you can, it's difficult to see from this angle, but I was a little bit in front. So got second, and I'll put in a picture so you can see the difference in size, but from me and Frederick. So but it's just good fun racing, and everybody had a blast. You can see the army guys training in the background with the flotation. Just a nice event, low key, just fun racing. Hope you enjoyed this video.